Of all semi-aquatic birds, the Zook is probably one of the least known. This bird was discovered on the remote island of Kure by explorers Kelsey Chisholm and Megan Kennedy, who named it after its unique bird call. Zook! Zook! The original home of the Zook is unknown, but scientists believe that it once lived in a warm tropical region, like Hawaii. The Zook lives in caves on the high, rocky seaside cliffs of Kure's west coast. These caves were created by the pounding surf of the water below and the strong winds. The steepness of the cliffs prevent dirt from sticking to the rock face, and so only simple grasses can grow. To adapt from the lack of vegetation, the Zook became a carnivore. In the water below the cliff, many species of fish make their home, but there is one in particular called the flexhead. The Zook has adapted so that it is able to dive into the water and catch these flexheads. Because of this behavioral adaptation, many physical adaptations were made as well. The beak of the Zook used to be long and pointed for cracking open food like seeds and berries, but once the Zook moved to Kure, it developed a curved beak for tearing the flesh off of fish. The Zook's feathers also changed as well. The Zook originally had bright, multicolored feathers. However, these feathers made it stand out, and all the fish would swim away when it dove into the water. Eventually, the Zook species developed countershading, so the top was a dark gray and the bottom was almost white. Their feathers also became waterproof so that they were able to take off from the water and fly back to the refuge of their cliffs. The Zook's eyes moved closer together once it became a predator. This helped with its depth perception, so it could reach its target more accurately than it did before. It also developed a second clear eyelid so that it could see underwater. The Zook is 2 feet long, with a wingspan of 4 feet. Its wings are long and narrow, which is important because it needs to be able to fly slower, so that it can easily pull into a dive when it sees a fish. The feet of a Zook were originally just talons, but in order to swim better, its feet became webbed. Although the Zooks are near the top of the food chain, they have a few predators, namely the copper shark and the lolo goat. The copper shark is just like all other sharks, except for the fact that it is twice as fast. A copper shark will wait just under a school of flexheads, and when a Zook dives, the shark will swim up and eat it. The lolo goat is a carnivorous mountain goat. Although it doesn't endanger the Zooks when they are diving, it will hunt for the Zook's nest while the Zooks are out hunting. The lolo goat walk into the Zook's cave homes and eat their eggs. Once the Zooks figured out what was happening, they started putting smooth gray rocks from the side of the cliff into their nest. The goats are fooled by this trick, and they've often lost a tooth biting into a rock. The Zook has become an endangered species recently due to overfishing of the flexhead, which is used in a very popular soup. The Zook's environment has been left untouched, but without its food source, the Zook will eventually die out.